Hello, FlossTube world. So Michael and I decided to make a FlossTube. We don't know, we might be the first mother and son group to FlossTube. So this is our first one, so be patient with us as we learn this process. I went to StitchCon and got a lot of encouragement this summer. My very first StitchCon, it was amazing. So
it was very eventful beforehand.
yes. Michael and his wife Kayla, my daughter-in-law, met us in Cincinnati. I was the one that arrived there on Monday, and we lost power. So that was a little fun, but it was okay. We still had a roof over our head, and we made it work, so it was fine. So spent a couple days in Cincinnati, and then I went to my very first StitchCon, which was absolutely amazing. So thank you everyone that I met and all of your encouragement for us to do this. Michael and I are really excited. We obviously are Zooming our video because we don't live in the same state. So we're going to get into that in a few minutes. We thought we would get to know the needleworker. Each of us, we've got like 10 questions. We'll each answer them, and we'll go from there. So are you ready, Michael? Sure. Who taught you to cross stitch?
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Well, obviously me. So how old were you?
I think I first started cross stitching. I took my first go at it. I think I was 5 or 6. I think we were up at Mumuk's house.
His grandmother's.
Yes. And then I think it was about 2013, 2014, I really seriously made it a hobby.
Mm-hmm. And he is a full coverage cross stitcher. Yes, for you full coverage fanatics.
I do some.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
I do some, but
yeah. And so we'll start with the 10 questions. So for me, my grandmother taught me to embroider when I was about 8. And then I moved on to cross stitch several years later. She was a quilter, and she embroidered quite a bit. So that's where I began, and it just flourished through the years. So we already kind of talked about why we wanted to do FlossTube. We thought it would be really something fun for both of us to be able to do. We don't get to see each other that much. Anything for you, Michael?
Well, as far as you and me, I found there's no other mother or son. So
okay, cool. So it should be really fun. So where do you live? Where do you live?
Where do I live?
Yes, like the state that you live in.
I live in Indiana so far. Was a military brat, so kind of moved everywhere, but my home now is Indiana.
Yep. So I was born and raised in Michigan, married my high school sweetheart, and went in the Navy for 20 years. Moved around. We got to live in Italy for a little bit. Now I currently reside in Horseheads, New York. And he retires in about 2 years again, and we'll probably head back to Michigan. Do you have any animals?
We have cats.
Yes. And I have one cat who's very spoiled.
And Rusty.
Yes. And my cat is Banishik. Do you have any other hobbies?
I'm an amateur woodworker when I have the chance to do it. I like my video games. I like making models. And with all my buddies, I do some D&D. Which, if no one knows what D&D is, that's Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm a nerd.
He's from that generation. So me, I'm learning to sew and quilt. I belong to the Embroiders Guild, so we do a lot of different projects. So we do a lot of needlepoint and tapestry and heart hanger and things. So I've been learning a lot of things outside of my cross-stitching realm. Some I like, some I do not like. So that's a great way for you to do a tiny small project and decide if that's, something you would like to do or not. So now we're going to talk about maybe your favorite movie, TV show. So my favorite movie is probably Grease, and my favorite TV show is NCIS, the original.
I see. I'm completely different. I'm Lord of the Rings, baby. For my movies, and my favorite show is Jericho. It's not really on TV anymore.
Mm-mm.
It was awesome.
Yep.
And it's my favorite.
Okay. And my music would be country.
Might be a little bit of everything, but I probably gravitate to country and classic rock, for the fact that's what I grew up on.
Right. Exactly. And the favorite place you like to visit?
I like visiting history museums.
Yes, you do. And I enjoy going out to the USS Iowa Battleship, which is part of Pacific Battleship Center in San Pedro, California. We go out every year. My husband's part of the Veterans Association out there. So we really enjoy doing that. And where do you like to stitch at?
Um, I get the chance to. I like stitching outside. It's nice to stitch outside. I haven't done that in like forever, um, but I also like stitching in the living room, watching TV with the wifey.
Yep. So I like to be outside or the sunroom. I love the natural light. Otherwise, I have a chair in the living room with all of my goodies around it. So that's a little bit about us. If you have any questions, you can always put it in the comments and we'll be happy to answer them at our next video. So we thought we would,
Said
we
yipper.
thought we would start with a couple whips that we have going on. I've got a couple pieces of haul and a finished project I thought I would just show. I think Michael has one too. And then go from there. So Michael, you want to show your whips?
I'll show my whips. My first one is Snow White at the Cottage by MCG Textiles. I kind of went away from the kit because I've tried starting this like 3 times. So there's that.
And it's full coverage.
And it's full coverage with backstitch and French knots. So it's fun. It's on 28 even weave. And I think it's gonna be like 24 by 26 inches. And this is what it looked like so far.
Really pretty.
So
The blue water is really coming together.
the more I do on it, the more it becomes.
Yep. Coming to life.
It is.
Yes.
It's taken a lot of work to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I barely have a start on this one. I started a long time ago and I just haven't really worked on it. This one's called All Things Possible by Jane Lynn. I believe it's 14 Ada.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like.
And then I have this one. You all can see it. It is My House. That's called My House. And it says it's on 14 count Ada.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I have on it so far.
Oh, that's nice. That's really pretty.
So the house I think is going to be very pretty.
And yeah, I love the colors so far.
And then my big project that I'm working on for my dad, which has been using all my time lately, is this big bad boy. And I call it Remember 47.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on I think 28
Mm-hmm.
linen even weave.
Even weave. 28 count even weave. Yep. Yep. And that is for Mike, my husband Mike was on the battleship when the turret exploded. And so he's doing the memory piece that we have a banner for.
Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
I got one more list. This one is Peaceful Shores by Jan Lynn. And I believe it's on 14 count.
Okay.
That's all I got so far.
Oh, that's nice.
So
You have a lot of blues in your patterns.
yes, I do. I like the
Mhm.
I'm
Great.
wearing a blue shirt.
Yes. So, any more?
No, I think that's all. I think that's all.
Okay. All right, so my turn. So I have, and for some reason, I always pick these nice big projects to do that take me a couple years. So the first one is by Glendon Place, and it's called Spooktown Square. And can you see this?
I want that pattern. I want to make it too.
So I've just started. I'm in the very lower corner. And I have 2 squares almost done.
How big is it going to be?
It's going to be very large. Like the fabric is 26 by 26.
Wow.
Probably like a 20 by 20 when I'm done. So then my next one I'm working on is called Kringles by Little House Needleworks. So that's this one.
That's cute.
And I'm going to change out the word Kringles and I'm going to put our last name there.
That's cool.
I thought that would be fun, something different. And this is where I'm at on this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
the
using all of the original threads. I'm sorry, what, Michael?
bottom floor?
Hmm?
Is that the bottom floor?
Yes, so this is the bottom floor, and it's done on 18 count over dyed by Fortnite Fabrics. And Spooktown is done on 28 count Lugana by Fortnite Fabrics. And then the last year, I decided to join the Stitching with the Housewives calendar crates. And so I'm just starting the little ornament at the bottom. And it's probably backwards on camera, I would think.
No.
And I'm using, when I ordered them from Frat Quarter Shop, I got the pattern, the fabric, and the threads. And so it's a 14 count Aida on black. I don't normally like to stitch on black, but it's working out pretty good. So that's where I'm at.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Yeah, so I think it's really gonna pop once the colors are really done and they're on there and I'm good. So those are my couple whips that I wanted to show you today. And then it's thundering at my house. So if you hear thunder, we're getting a bad storm.
Good morning.
So Michael, do you have a finish you'd like to show?
I have a few finishes.
Okay.
I have the C one. I don't remember the name of it. It's some kind of hummingbird, but it's a dimensions one.
Mhm.
And it's on. I think it's 12 count perforated.
That's a continental stitch too, I think, just one direction, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's one where it had the pattern on already. I just had to follow it.
Yeah. Pre-printed, yep.
Oh.
Nice, that's really pretty, really pretty.
I did this one, I think, early last year.
Mhm.
So during all COVID.
Yes, while we were all home.
And then I got this one, which is just called Butterfly by
Mhm.
Jan Lynn, which you can see I
Mhm.
initialed.
Yep, hold it there. There you go. Oh, that's pretty. I like the yellows, yeah.
In year
That's really cute.
2020.
Yep.
And then this one is called The Beautiful Butterfly. And I did it back in 20 as well.
Very pretty.
So those are
Very, very nice.
I actually have access to. I have some others, but I don't know where they're at.
Yep. So we just moved, so I don't have a whole lot of my finishes out yet, but I have one. So I thought I would show this, and I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to look it up later, but this is one of mine and then some blues.
That's pretty.
And I got it framed in like a whitewash frame, white and blue. And I actually had that up in our embroidery guild. Every other year we exhibit our needlework, and so I exhibited that for a few months. So that was really fun. And any new starts, Michael?
I don't have any like immediate starts, but I'm going to make this.
So that kind of be our plan. We'll just move right into our plans.
So this
Oh, nice.
is what I'm going to make for
Bless you.
the I'm going to make this for my wifey dear. I'm going to use black in black material. So like black Ada or whatever I can find. I think I have some black Ada around here, so that's probably what I'm going to use. And then the colors that the Fictapat, as you can see, I do it with. They give me the colors, so I'm just going to stitch in the actual color. And I think it's going to turn out really good.
Be beautiful with an over dyed thread or variegated thread. Yeah.
I was thinking about possibly that, but I don't know. I do that or just do the colors that it has.
Right. Yeah, that would be beautiful. That's going to be wonderful. She's going to love it. Going to love it.
And then this one, I want to try and start either in Starttober or at the first of the year. But this is going to be my big one. Just the pattern itself is 48 by 50 inches. So I'm thinking
another full coverage.
I think I'm gonna try and go for even weave 28 count.
That's a good size. Yeah, that's good.
And do it 2/1.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. So I'm
gonna do it at actual stitch 1/1. It's gonna be tedious.
I actually don't have any new starts, so we'll skip me on that one. So haul, I don't think Michael has any haul, but I just received some in the mail this week from Grand Stitchery. I think that they fly their products to everybody because I get it so fast. But Sambry Stitches came out with a couple patterns that I absolutely love. And so I got her Spooky. But that's gonna be really cute for Halloween. And then her Elizabeth Elridge that I got. And I think I'm going to use, I belong to the Color and Cotton clubs, and I think I'm going to use that fabric and that thread to do that. So I hope I can show that next time. So that's my haul.
Can I do a haul from my stash?
Sure.
So
His stash is starting. Mine is out of control.
I just learned about these things from Mother Dearest over there. I think these are cool. They're start needles.
They're counting pins.
What she told me they're used for blew my mind.
You are so funny. So yeah, so he's learning some more things, you know, he's as he moves along in his stitching career, he will learn all the little goodies that we have. And usually when he comes to visit, I'm always sending him home with a bunch of stuff. So probably happen next time too.
We should tell him about our stitch off we did last month.
So we belong to, this is fun, you all are gonna love this, for all of you that count stitches. And I know there's a bunch of people that don't, and that is perfectly okay too. So we belong to a group called the Ultimate Stitch Group on Facebook.
Hi Brenda, hi Deborah.
Yep. And I have been on there since practically the beginning. So it's been about 6 years. And they do these challenges each month, and we get these little pretty badges at the end, you know, they're virtual or whatever. We just collect them. So Michael decided he wanted to do a stitch off in the month of July. So I said, sure, I'd be happy to do that, knowing I would win, right? So we did that, and Michael had told Deborah and Brenda, so they decided that would be the challenge for the month of July. Whoever wanted to join in had to pick a team, Team Shelly, Team Michael. So we were pretty even on teams. We were pretty even. So
I beat her.
friends that knew we were going to do this, huh?
That means anything. I was beating you the first third of the month.
Yeah. So we we stitched. Well, I happened to have a retreat in the middle of the month. So, you get a lot of stitching done at a retreat. So I did beat him, but not by too much, by 1,500 maybe.
1,700 stitches.
Okay, 1,700. So that was really fun to do a stitch off, and we had a great time, and they made it so much fun. So if you're interested in that kind of group, definitely look them out. Brenda and Deborah, who run that group, it's amazing, and we all have a lot of fun. I've made a lot of great stitching friends through that group that we talk to quite a bit. So if you're interested in that, and then I think Michael has joined a full coverage group.
Yes, they're called full coverage maniacs because I think only
They are a maniac.
But I like full coverage because like once you start filling it in and you start like getting a couple pages done, you're like, whoa, it's coming together. So yeah.
Yeah, I give huge kudos to people that can do the full coverage. I'm one that I just can't. It's too overwhelming for me, but I have seen some absolutely stunning pieces that people in the stitch groups have done, and I give you huge kudos for doing those. They're absolutely gorgeous. Yep. And then what about the group you started?
Yes, I started a group called X Stitching is Manly 2 exclamation mark. I feel like there's a stigma out there that us guys can't stitch because it's too girly. But it's fun. It's relaxing. It's a good hobby.
Mhm.
So any guys out there that are watching this, hit me up on the group, and it's just going to be a place for us to be able to stitch, talk, encourage, support, without any of the vile negativity that's out there.
Yep. Yep, and there are men stitchers out there, and there are younger men stitchers out there. So that would be great to have that group. So I really do. I hope some people get involved in that. That would be wonderful.
Yep.
Yep. So this video is probably not going to be very long because we're just starting, and we as we go along, we hope things will we'll put more things in. Michael's going to do our editing and kind of just learn all of the logistics of Facebook. So if you have any advice, please put them in the comments because we'd love to hear that. And we're really excited to share and for us to do something together, living in 2 different states. So we're excited, and we just really thank everybody for watching. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Our plan is we both work full time. So we are going to do this every other week. I'm going to be going on vacation August 17th because we have our veterans reunion in South Dakota. So we're going to probably tape next week sometime or in a week or so. And then Michael will put that up for our 2-week time frame. And Michael, you have anything else?
Think that means a lot. I think so.
Okay, great. All right, so we will see you in 2 weeks with lots more information to share. Bye.